Okay. So now we're like, oh, stupid notification. So, oh, I gotta shave my bald ass head again. No. What sucks about being bald is A, you're bald. But B, like this hair all grows out. Right? You know, this hair, it'll all come out. But this hair, just that's as far as it goes. That's it. No. So I could do the skullet. I could rock a skullet like all old rockers do, because they're like, yeah, man, I used to have long hair, bro. And then they get old and they're like, they're still gonna rock it. And you're like, dude, no, you should quit. No. She's like, dude, some battles are lost and you just gotta let them go. Yeah, you gotta lay down the weapons and just say, yeah, that's over. I did not win that battle. No. And the bald battle's one of them. Once that happens, man, you just gotta let go. I used to have a mohawk. It was awesome. Just bow. It was the shit. Hey, Chris, what's up? I used to have a mohawk, and I loved my mohawk. I had my mohawk most of my life. And yeah, really sad. Really sad that I had to go bald. Yeah, really upsetting. And then when my mohawk left, I grew out my my patch back here, just a ponytail, pow, right there for the longest time, and sometimes little devil horns. But no, bald. It's so stupid being bald. I begged the hair gods when I was younger. I begged them all, please make me go gray, not bald. The hair gods are ruthless, cynical, sarcastic bastards. That's what I learned. I learned the hard way. They're jerks. They are jerks. So today we're going to paint some snow people. Snow persons. Got to be politically correct now. I can't say snowmen. Actually, the word snow might be racist these days. I don't know. I got to get me some napkins really quick. Hang on. These are technically paper towels, so I guess I got to get me a paper towel really quick to dry stuff on. Anyway, I started my blue balls, which are actually going to be snowmen, but that's my, so I can see where I'm putting them here shortly. The trees don't look too shabby now. They're all right. Hey, Max, what's up, bro? By all means, this is not where this is going to end up, by the way. Totally cliche, or totally clashing of the usual me methods of crazy art, of my demonic, evil, weird stuff. Dog, move your butt so I can move this. Thank you, bro. There we go. So this is definitely going to have more of a me feel to it when it's done. But my daughter suggested a few days ago, hey, Dad, why don't you paint a wintry thing? And I said, yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. Me and my walrus-looking fucking facial hair. Look at this. Jesus. That's ridiculous. I think I'll go as a hairy walrus for Halloween next year. You know. Go as the villain from Sonic. Actually, I have a buddy of mine who's fatter than me and has the shape of said villain from Sonic. Dr. Eggman, or whatever you want to call him, because he goes by a couple of names. But he went as that guy and did a phenomenally good job. He had a mustache and everything. The man looked good. Now, let's see here. Move that over. Move that over. Keep my. I guess I could push you over that way a little bit. Oh, there we go. You can see all my other junk in the background, all my creative garbage. Where I'm like, let me just make a bunch of shit. Now, if you recall from yesterday, last time on Painting with Four, I contemplated where to put my snowman from this direction coming, and I think I'm just going to have him right here, but I'm going to work on all that prior to putting him back there. Definitely. So, today, which I don't have a topic for today either. So it's kind of weird. I usually have some social, mental health issue, some kind of topic to discuss, but I don't really have one today. I did earlier. I was thinking about something, but is that blood? Oh, no, it's brown paint. Sorry, from earlier. Hey, you know what? In this house, I am not joking with the shit I do. It's been years. My wife constantly, husband, is this real blood or is this fake blood? I'm like, where is it? She's like, in the kitchen. I'm all, that's fake blood. I have to think about it. All right. So sometimes I'm like, oh, am I bleeding somewhere? Uh-oh. And I'm like, oh, wait. No, I was working on something earlier. Okay, yeah, I think I'm fine. Then I'm like, is there blood coming out of my ears again? No, I'm fine. I'm good. No hospital for me today. And then I pass out and wake up 8 hours later and I'm fine. It's fine. As long as, you live through it. Right? That's the key thing. As long as you live through it, it's fine. A little bit of white. Not this chunk of white. That's an old piece. Wish I had a trash can right here. I need a trash can right here. That'd be great. I will just get a new place on my little. Damn it. I don't even have a place to throw my garbage right now. Fuck you. All right. Anyway, we'll put you right here then, white. Fuck off, bro. Boop. All right. There we go. A little bit of white. We are going to add a tiny bit of, that's not blue, a tiny bit of blue to it because I want to, again, keep the color slightly off white. So, you want to make it that eggshell white or whatever the fuck they call it to keep it slightly askew. So that way it's offset from the white of the snow and you can actually see what the fuck it is. Also keep in mind here in a minute to I'm going to break up all the snow pattern with a whole bunch of stuff here shortly. Hang on. You'll see what I mean. I just say words. I plan ahead in my brain, so my brain tells me things in advance and then I just repeat them out loud and you people are probably going, he just says random sentences, but you know what? They're not. They're not random sentences at all. Not to me. To me, I'm full-on conversations. You're just not part of them. That ain't my fault. That's your fault for not being a part of my conversation. What do you think about that? You're not invited to the special club inside my head. That's an invite-only kind of situation. Too bad for you. Oh, because it is a party. Party of one. Yeah. So here's what I'm doing. These bad boys. Oh, come on, chair. Anyway, these bad boys here, right? Obviously, everybody's expected this to be different. And it's going to be. Are not your average a snowman. Snow people. Hashtag 2020 equality and gender rights and paying attention, respect, or I don't know what you hashtag it nowadays with. Anyway, the point being is they're not your average snow people, obviously. But let me bring out this white in them now because that blue is just a stand-in to my eyeballs. That blue is just a stand-in till I got my white put in here. Let me just roll that around. Don't really matter how. Also, that light blue there is going to be the shadow part 2. Not shadow part 2. It's not a movie. But actually, it is a movie. There's a movie just called Shadow, if I'm not mistaken. It's a really stupid sci-fi kind of monster movie back in the day. And I'm not talking Shadow of the Vampire. That was an amazingly well-done movie, actually. It was about the first Nosferatu film and Max Schreck and the history of all that stuff. And they did a great job with that film. Shadow of the Vampire, if you've never seen it, you should definitely check it out. But I do believe there was one just called Shadow, and it had like a gargoyle-like monster face on it, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, which I might be because God knows I'm mistaken a lot, but I don't think I am in this case because monster movies and shit's my forte. My whole life's pretty much built off that. Movies, monsters, and dildos. Odd combination, I know. But anyway, so here's how we're doing this. We're just going to bring our whites up now, leave a little bit of the blue in there. See, it's all right. It's already differentiating. The shit part is when you're doing stuff like this, there are a ton of different methods to doing background blurs and crap like that. I put no shits into doing that for this. My bad. I probably should have just done a whole nice little background first and blurred that all out so give it that depth of field. It's not really what I was going for with this. That's not going to be my intentions. My intentions is focusing here. The point and plot of the picture is what my whole point was going to be. So because it tells a story, I'm not really worried about the rest, which is sad because if you put in that quality time, it makes the piece so much fucking better. So that's my own stupid fault for rushing it. I just was like, oh, I'm just going to get it done. And, I don't know. I should have been smarter as an artist. I should have been more attentive to the piece. But again, this wasn't a creative piece. This wasn't something I'm doing for me. This is just something I'm doing for fun. And sometimes when I do things for fun, I get a little bit more underzealous with the creativity. I'm a little bit lazier and sloppier, and I'm like, whatever, it'll be cool, it'll be fine, nobody will care. But then I point out my failures to people so they see it, because otherwise they don't even notice, and they're like, oh, that looks really good. And I'm like, oh no, look at this terrible mistake. And they're like, I never would have saw that if you didn't point it out, but now that's all I can see. And I'm all, yes, look at my failures. Look at my fuck-ups. And they're like, yeah, I see that now. Oh, that's all I see now. And I'm all, stare at it. Look at it like a child. So I'm going to do this. You fire boy? Well, you look at me like that when I sniff the air, like, uh-oh. Don't crap your pants, buddy. That is a dog, by the way, not like a child. So, although I have to tell my son that sometimes. I mean, he's only 15. I'm like, son, please don't crap your pants. And you'd be surprised. Sometimes you'd think. You don't have to tell your 15-year-olds to crap their pants. You do. You do. You gotta be like, hey, did you crap your pants today? Okay, go change. And they're like, okay. And you're like, well, I gotta be telling my kids age 15 not to shit themselves. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Anyway, I'm going to try to do a little bit of light paint fading into the blue here and keep it kind of a blue toward the ground. More or less. If a dog would stop fucking kicking this towards me, man. Bro. So just a light little paint down with a little bit of paint at a time to just kind of help. Move your foot, dude. No. Keep in mind, my dog's the size of a fucking person down there. He's about to put on his winter coat, so he'll put on a little bit more weight, but he's on average about 115 pounds. So somewhere between about 110 and 120. It depends on what is going on with him, but he doesn't have his winter coat in yet. Timber wolf hybrid, and he's a decent dog. He's a ding dong. He gets in the goddamn garbage constantly. That's what you're afraid of being in trouble for, because the garbage is all over the goddamn kitchen, and you did it. You asshole. And that Noodles got in trouble for it this morning. But you're more responsible than Noodles, aren't you? At least to some degree, I bet you are. You shit stick. Because earlier he came in looking like, am I in trouble? And I was like, no, boy, what'd you do? And I didn't see any piss spots on anything for once. I think he's only pissed on the Christmas tree once this year. Yay. It's all right. That's starting to look good. Much better. You know, got the darkerness down here, which is, I could always pretend I'm magic and be like, oh, now it won't work. Oh, for fuck's sake, dude, come on now. Anyway, enough of my magic tricks. Dog, move your leg. All right. So it worked out pretty good. It's whiter now, fading down a little bit into the blue, which I'm going to use the shadows here in a minute. I'm going to have to put the shadows on the kid and, you know, put shadows in the trees and all that good stuff. But as of right now, I'm just doing all this stuff so I can get my guys, my snow people, kind of being snow people. Big old block of white paint there because I'm going to use the shit out of it. Just kind of swirl that around because it ain't really going to matter down here how this one turns out. Not right now. Just kind of, again, blah, 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 blah. I do want it nice and white back here at the very back for right now. But I want this one also to kind of fade into more of a blue as it goes forward. Sound effects are free. All right. But I got a good idea for this one too. This guy here. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-doop. Oops, that was too much. Of course it was too much paint. Why wouldn't it be too much paint? I'm fucking painting. God knows I'm the king of oops, I fucked that up, you know? But being this guy's in the foreground, I'm actually going to bring him out a little darker here in a minute. Okay, those are some clumps around upstairs. Sounded almost like a kid, not a dog. Nobody's coming down, so it could have been a dog falling on the ground, going to night-night. Now we also have kind of a nice little there we go. Hello, Noodles. Sorry you got in trouble this morning when I don't think you were the full culprit of the situation. Though I know you're at least partially responsible. All right, that's just to give me a little differentiator between the two fucking big snowballs, big blue balls, man. Look at these two big blue balls, man. Who got blue balls? I got blue balls, and they got blue balls. You got blue balls. Everybody got blue balls, man. Oh, now I got a drink of tea to go along with my blue balls. Blue balls. Move that out of the fucking way before it gets stuck in some paint. I'm having my headphone cable stuck in paint. And again, I'm also working with very limited brushes. My kids, once again, have taken a lot of my brushes and fucking destroyed them. So we're gonna, yeah, we're just gonna see what we got here. Let me, you know what? Yeah. Okay. Watch this. So we're gonna use our blue again, as we used with these guys. And we're gonna put some shadows on this stuff. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Shadow time. Fuck. Okay, so here's my question. This is all for me. Just you guys can eat a dog dick for right now. Nah, fuck it. Never mind. No questions. Just answers. Oh, lots of answers. So many answers. But if nobody's asking the things that the answers go to, are they really even answers or are they just statements randomly made? Randomly made statements, people. That would be an answer to a question that was never asked, though, if you think about it. You know, I'm going to start wearing a tinfoil hat. I'm making a tinfoil hat for this. I'm just going to be like, boop, all the time. So when I say random weird shit, people are like, that man's tinfoil hat guy. I'm like, yep. So here's how all this is gonna work. I think I'm gonna have the sun coming from like that direction, so it gives us like a casting line of like this, you know, more along these lines. Although, you know, with all the trees in there, you wouldn't really see much. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't really see a lot of where this is all going, you know? You wouldn't. But if you don't have some kind of shadows, it looks like shit. And those kind of look like shit anyway. Let's be honest. Fuck. But then we got like all this shadowy shit. This kind of big old shadowy shit. Oh. You gotta have some difference in the fucking landscaping. Or it's gonna be like, what is all that? Like, it's just a big pile of white shit. So that's why I'm doing this. Just a little bit of random weirdo shit. That way we have some difference in the snow. And blue is like what snow has. Blue is snow's natural fucking shadows. Go figure. So I guess the sun setting is what we're going to be doing here. Nice little sunset. And for some bizarre ass reason, we got all this going on. And a nice, that didn't do anything, I don't really think. I'm just kind of, I don't want a heavy back here-ish kind of thing. But I want something back in there a little bit. Yeah, that's looking all right. And now I'm going to go through and detail the fuck out of all this here in a little bit. Not now, but here in a few days. I'm going to take my time with it after I get to the point where I'm feeling confident about all of it, you know? Like looking decently good. I'm going to just beef the shit out of it looking, you know? I got kind of a haze to it now. I didn't really want a haze to it. I wanted more of a, well, I mean, I'm going to put a haze to it when I'm done anyway for the snow. For the blizzard that's going on back here. It's going to be a blizzard. It'll be a great big old blizzard going on. Little kids out in the blizzard like, I'm okay, Mom. Don't worry about me. Mom's inside like, oh my God, Jimmy, you're going to die. Jimmy's like, fuck you, Mom. I'm building a snowman. Puff the Magic Snowman or whatever the fuck his name was is fucking more important than you, Mom. He told me if I don't make this, he's going to eat all my fucking brains or something. I don't fucking know. How does that look? Oh, it looks like shit. Garbage a-ho. Or garbage away or ahoy garbage. Words. Words are hard for me, man. So, back to this whitish blue, which isn't really white. We're going to add in a little bit more blue. Right there. A little white, little blue. Mix that a little bit more. You're not going to see the difference at all because God knows. It's not really much of a fucking difference. All right, anyway. I'm just going to dab kind of around. Stop being a fucking idiot, you fucking idiot. I'm going to dab around this whole area for a minute to kind of build up with snow and him and blur it all together. That is not really working. Yeah, doing all right. Kind of give it a sense of stuff there. And we're going to come back through in a minute and do a lot more with this. But I definitely want to kind of blur that in down the bottom together a little bit better. Good, 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 good. Not looking too shabby. Okay. Maybe I should just make it way too dramatic when I do painting. I'm like, yeah, that's what I should do from now on. That way people are like, oh, wow, he's really good. I'm like, no, I'm just fucking dumb. But there, that really helped kind of start blending in the shadowy bottom here with the snow thing. And we're coming back in there, like I said, and we're going to do a little bit more darkness. Blah, 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 and kind of start building it up like he, you know, rolled it up. I really need to make some shitty background like dirt and shit like that, where obviously he got the snow from. So give me a few on that. I'm gonna make some of it look shittier. But all right, so far so good. Let's make the snowman the way I want to now. I'm just sick of sitting here with the fucking snowman not being cool. That's what my problem is. So now I'm like, yeah, let's make this fucking happen because, man, I just wanted them to be awesome. My daughter just wanted me to paint a nice winter scene. And I'm like, whose fucking kid are you? Where'd you come from? I mean, I know I sometimes stay up late at night and just randomly buy things off Wayfair, but I don't remember buying you. Too soon? Too soon. Anyway, let's get a little brown up in this town. Brown town. What the fuck? All right, get that skin off that brown. All right, there we go. So we can get a little bit of brown. Maybe we shouldn't use this brush. Nah, this brush is fine. Now this is importantos. So positioning is everything, you know, in the world at large in general, from managerial positioning in businesses, the higher up on the chain, the more control you got, to sexual positions. I'm just saying, positioning is everything in the world, people. Where you're positioning caricatures on a painting, very important. For instance, without that, the whole focus is a little kid just making a snowman. Right? Looks good, looks decent. Looks like a little kid making a snowman. Good job, kid. Looks like the snowman's about to fall over on the kid. Oh no! Watch out, kid. The snowman's gonna fall on you. Or the snowman's about to fucking eat you. One of the two. Hey, you never know. Now you know there's a snowman over here. Looks like it might have fallen. Maybe they're just snowballs for something else. You don't know. Point is, positioning's everything. At this point, I put the snowman's hands out and up like regular snowman hands. It's going to look fine and dandy. Or if I make them more menacing, like the coming over the kid's head, then you're going to go, oh, hey, that snowman's about to eat that kid. Such a toss-up, right? No, it's not. So then the thing is how do you want to make it look like the snowman's about to eat the kid? Because, I mean, I'll tell that's where we're going with this. So, you know, do you want them up like a scary Scooby-Doo villain, which is stupid? Like, because if you're going raw, I mean, you know, or do you want them coming down and around, over, which is a little bit more complicated because then you have to kind of go with more of a three-dimensional thing if you're going with that. And obviously this is very flat 2D. I didn't give a shit. So that would kind of break caricature for the whole thing. So the question remains of what do I want to do? I don't want the hands down. I want the hands more up, but I don't want them like super up. Do I go Scooby-Doo villain with this thing? Because that's about the best option I'm really going to have for this. But is that going to look stupid? Keep in mind, foreground now, background done-ish, done enough, that if I fuck up the foreground, background's not coming back from this. So this is a one-shot, one-kill thing. Either one shot perfect, one shot kills the background. That's how this works. Now, we can sit here all day and dick deck. We can sit here all day and pick and choose, or we can just do it. So let's just do it and see how it works. So snowman's arm goes up. Too late. Look at that. We already started. So we screwed up. It's too late. There's no options now, is there? It's too late. Snowman arm. There's my overdramaticness for that one. Now, I'm using a flat brush, stroking flatly. And of course, I'm going to add No, that does look dumb, doesn't it? Oh, fuck. Because now, I mean, how am I going to... It's too long for the... Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Because it's going to be too long for the hands to... I want the hands to be, like, super creepy. No, I got this. Shut up. All right. Logic brain overthinks things. That's why creative soul does a lot of what I do. And logic brain starts to think things. Logic brain says, wow, you're fucking everything up. And that's very upsetting because I'm very self-destructive, very low self-esteem. Duh, we know that. I talk about it enough. Fuck me, I'm stupid. Poor me, sad pity party. You're all fucking invited. Bring your party hats and noisemakers, okay? But what I'm saying is all the same, fuck you. What do you think about that, asshole? We just did it. No fucking choices, no fucking nothing. Just we did a thing. And now you have to fucking live with it. Now you have to fucking live with it. See, doesn't that suck? Got to live with your choices that you make, people. Good or bad, right or wrong. You got to live with the fucking choices you make. Sometimes that means your painting's going to look like a dog turd. You're going to look like a fucking dog turd at the end of a fucking rainbow. But god damn it, you got to live with that dog turd rainbow. Okay? Sometimes when you sit on rainbows, Skittles don't pop out. Shittles pop out. Fuck, I turned the heater up way too high. It's fucking hot in here now. My dog was shaking earlier, but she's got short hair. And yeah, look at that. Come on, dude. Did you really think that would work? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. That's terrible. The more I look at it, the more it hurts my feelings. What is he even doing? Like catching the bus. Hey, bro. Hey. Catching the garbage guy right when he brings out the trash. My garbage guys. But look at that. What? Fuck, dude. Fuck off, man. I should have made that different. I should have at least brought it out further and made it more of a fucking fuckhole. Fuck me. I mean, when in doubt, keep fucking up, right? I mean, that's how life works. My motto is, when you fuck it up, just keep fucking it up till it's so fucked up it ain't fucked up no more. Surprisingly, that sometimes works. He's like jumping on the key, like, ah! He's like going fucking WWE on the motherfucker. Like, I don't need no ropes, kid. I'm gonna just fuck this shit up, right? That's right, Spartacus. Yes. I don't know why you looked at me like that. You're like paranoid as fuck looking. You all right there, buddy? I mean, you got some big ass eyeballs right now. It's okay. There we go. See, he just straight up. He just straight up going for it. Like, yeah. You know, like, should put like a fucking chair. Like he's holding chair. Ah. That's what he's doing. He's just gonna fucking, you know, fucking summer slam a chair to the kid's face. I'm like, thanks for bringing me to life, kid. Maybe I should put a hat on him. Should I put a hat on him, like a magical hat? Like that's what he did? Nah, fuck that. That's dumb. I always hated that movie. I don't remember what it was. Frosty the Snowman. Yeah, it is Frosty the Snowman. You know, yesterday I kept trying to think of what the name was, but it is Frosty the Snowman. Frosty the Snowman had a fucking something and a hat made of snow. He looked real fat. Fucking ate some bats. I don't know. It rhymed. It's close enough. All right. So wait, did he have hands? Do they have mittens? Fuck, how do you make snowmen? Gloves? What the hell is that metal clank noise? All right, anyway. Wait. Okay, so before I paint this. So do they have gloves on? Shit. That does look silly. You know what? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with a silly ass picture. I mean, it's a fucking Winter Wonderland picture of mine. Wow, first of all. So silly, stupid, absolutely fine. Let's go with mittens. Fuck it. fuck it. Let's go with Evil Mittens. And he'll have fucking icicle fingertips. Yeah. That are ripping out of the mittens that he's going to fucking eat the kid with. Why not? Right? Yeah, fuck it. That sounds good to me. Yeah. Fuck it, man. See, I started thinking too logical about it. Like, oh, how creepy and evil can I make it? Nah, fuck that. Little mittens, man. Mittens. Like, let's make them, we ain't got really a blue. Let's put a blue mitten in there, right? Like, well, we got a lot of blue in there, though. Yeah, fuck it. We'll make it a darker blue. We'll give them some nice, pretty blue mittens. Boom, look at that. That's a nice blue. Let me darken that up a tiny bit. And, yeah, you know, give them some blue mittens. That is, there's no way I'm going to be able to darken this up and it not look terribly dark. So, just a little drip. Oh, that's, even a drop of black is like way too much black. You know, I hate my lighting. My lighting on here's, and it's still over. It's still washed out. If you know anything about lighting, then you know you don't really want washed out lighting. It's kind of a gray. Turned into kind of more of a shitty gray. That's okay. Shit gray mittens for you, bro. You can have some shitty ass gray mittens. What do you think about that? Your evil ass snowman having ass. We'll give you some gray fucking mittens, bruh. Some gray mittens for now, and then I'll highlight them with some blue. They'll be great. Some big old, man, should they be floppy mittens? Fuck it, who cares? They're not floppy mittens. They're just big ass, like oven mittens. You got big old mittens on your hands. See? Boom, there's a mitten. Huh? Like a mitten. Look at that shit. Mittens. You silly son of a bitch. You got a fucking mitten. Bam, I don't give a fuck no more. We're gonna make this crazy fucking picture. Fuck it. Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck. Eat my butt. That fucking rhyme, kind of. And see, this one's a little bit out of picture frame. So what? There's no rules to art. There's nothing that says you can't put some of them, you know, you're supposed to not. Boom. Look at that. Fucking mittens. Mittens. He's smitten with mittens. Wearing some kittens. Maybe you should have baby kittens. Like wearing them like puppets. Okay, the mittens are fucking fine. All right, let's make his face evil as fuck, shall we? I just lost somebody. They said, did he really talk about that dude putting sticks up a cat's ass? Yeah, I'm out. If you're out because of that, you have not been around long. Look, you haven't been my friend very long, have you? You must be new. Because that's not the worst shit I said. Ever. All right, kittens with mittens. Eating some chitlins. They never put that in the story. Yeah. All right. So okay. I never really built snowmen. I built a snow monster once. True story. I was probably 10 at the time. Somewhere around 10. And I spent all day building a snow monster. It was basically a giant blob of fucking snow, but I carved out the inside and put like pillars for teeth, and it looked really good. Okay, for a 10-year-old kid, it looked fucking great. The point was I spent all fucking day making it, okay? And, you know, I had like arms and shit too, and eyeballs and all that shit, but it was mostly like big holes for eyes. So I didn't really use like a standard snowman style. But this kid, I don't remember his whole name. It was like Chris Fuckhead from down the street. He lived about a block, like a full block all the way down, because I lived on the end of the street. He lived all the way to the other street, at the other end of the block, of the other block. I remember he came down and smashed the shit out of it. I chased him with a hammer and then threw it at him because I planned on smashing the shit out of him. Yep. So I was an angry child with a lot of issues back in the day, but that's because I was abused a lot back then, and you know that bled out into the world around me. So violence begets violence, and that's how that works. So I don't know how their eyeballs work. It's usually just two pieces of coal, if I'm not mistaken. So let's just blip, blap, bloop, eat some soup. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to even mean. I just like to say it because it's fucking weird. And get a tiny brush. I want a tiny brush so I don't have to do a lot of extra not fucking up. So I can just be like with some black for some coal. And their teeth are usually coal too, but not in this case. In fact, okay. You know what? I'm going to use this blue. Hang on a second. All right, black. Can you come out? Oh, gross. More. Again, my paint's totally good. It's just there. It landed in some other paint. Fucking stupid ass paint. All right, so let's get a little eyeball action going. Okay. Obviously, he's got to be looking down at the kid like, I'm gonna fucking eat your head, kid. So it should be like, bleep. Yeah, see, look, quaint little eyeballs. Aren't those sweet? They're nice. They're just like, hi, kid. I'm looking down at you. I'm making them too big now. I can't do that. They'll look like shit. But nice little eyeballs. Little eyeballs saying, hi, kid. Thanks for making me. Now I'm going to fucking eat your braids. Oh, and they also have like the coal inside things, huh? Like yeah, like here's some coal. And there'd be like another piece here or something, right? Yeah. Yeah, like these things going on. Yeah, let me kind of make him a little shit. Yeah, like that, right? Yeah. That's like a snowman. See, I'm human like you. I make normal things and snow people, and I understand cultural tradition. It has taken me a long time to fit in, by the way. It's been very frustrating. I just want you guys to know. Anyway. Oh, here's my other brushes right here. You're the ones that use yesterday. What the fuck brush are you then? Where did you come from, you silly motherfucker? Oh, I need this one. You're smaller, so I'll use this one now. All right. So here's what we're doing now. We're going to now have to make a big hole for the mouth. Oh, and they also have corn cobs or chili, carrots for noses. I do not have orange. I do have orange. I did have orange. I'll have to make an orange color. Would that look stupid? I mean, it's an average snowman, but how dumb is that going to look? It's going to look stupid, isn't it? Man, fuck. That's gay porn. Shit. All right, so it's probably going to look dumb as fuck when I do it. But here, let's first put his mouth into some kind of perspective. That's not very good perspective, is it? But now, see, he's a cute snowman, though. He's like a cute snowman. It'll be amazing. I was in the middle of watching Slimed. Slimed? Isn't that like the old 1970s? Not the Green Slime movie. Not thinking that one. That was like 60s. I love that movie, by the way, growing up. But Slimed, and I'm not thinking of Slime City. Slimed. Oh, come on, bro. I know films like the back of my fucking wiener. His name's Jim. Just the backsides of Jim. The front sign's named Susan. We're going through this weird trans stage right now with modern society too. They watch too much multiple social media also. Slimed. Man, you got me, bro. I am thinking hard. Yeah. Going fine. Good job, Snowman. However, obviously, we're just now doing the usual shit of getting a little bit figured out here. Just the basics, Slimed. Now you got, I'm assuming doing another movie review. I've got so many that are just laying there that I've got to finish editing. I reviewed a buddy of mine's short film, Tapeworm 2, Electric Boogaloo, which I have got to get posted. I told him like a year ago I was going to fucking do it. And he gives me shit constantly because I never finished it. I haven't gotten around to it yet. Oh, fuck. You know, that might need to be bigger. Is the stupid corncob nose, it's not corncob, I know. Is it going to make it look stupid? That's the fucking question. Now that needs to be bigger. I'm going to fuck it up by making it bigger though, aren't I? Probably. I just need it bigger for whenever I add the teeth here in a minute. There we go. That'll be good. Because I'm going to add some teeth to it made out of icicles. At least that's my plan. Icicles are going to be hard. They're not really going to be hard, but they're going to be a little bit more complex. And obviously before that, I need to make sure and color all that in. I might make it kind of have like a redness to it. So it's all like, I have evil lava stuff inside, which wouldn't make any fucking sense. But you know what? I don't care about making sense anymore. So anyway, let's make a corncob nose. It's not a corncob. I know, guys. Let's make a flamenco red. Now, yellow and red make orange. So I'm told. Just a reminder of my old days in film before I started to do the YouTube thing, which is failing miserably. Maybe I should get back into shaking paint containers. All right, a little dab of yellow. Oh, just go back in there. And a little dab of red. Okay, stop, red, you fucking idiot. You know what? Give me the weird little brush again. I liked it. I don't use them enough. Stir, 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 stir. That is a lot of yellow. Oh my God, this is going to be like 37 piles of paint before I'm done, just to get a tiniest bit of orange. I don't need this much paint for a little whoop. Vocal knife. It's a constant struggle of, is that too much? Is that, oh God, that isn't, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, that's kind of orange, I think. Orange is a color I have a hard time seeing. Orange and green are the same color to me, and they're really complicated to understand, but I know orange and red together, or yellow and red together, are orange. And that's orange. I mean, that's different between yellow and red, and looks a little dark. My eyes didn't form proper. And then like the red cones, I don't remember. They were talking about like, well, your red and yellow cones in the one eye is better than the other, and and I'm all, I don't, okay, I was a little kid when they explained it to me. So I didn't really give a fuck. But that's orange because it's red and yellow. So now, oh, I should wait. Oh. Hang on a minute. So if I make the nose, just go straight out, or do I need to go down? Out, down. Positioning is everything. Again, frustration is writing a news video about Rudy Giuliani. I cannot fucking ever say his name. Farting in court and then directly saying he can't film it for a few months. Can't film the fart? Because I'm pretty sure you can sell that on the internet. He'd make a lot of money. There's people into that. Have you seen that fart cake thing? That's a fetish, dude. And people are all screaming, don't fetishize our sexual whatever, but fart cake, that is not a sexual orientation or nothing. That is just straight up, you're farting on a cake and people eating that. That's a fetish. You can't say not. That's just, people are into weird stuff, man. I'm no judging if you like to eat fart cake. I mean, fart cake. So, shit, I don't know what I want to do. I'm going to hang up on that. God dang it. I'm going to put his teeth in first. Fuck it. Why can't I decide on anything ever, people? Some people would say it's because I'm a Libra, but I don't believe in that fucking astronomical. I don't believe in space llamas. So, I'm like, man, you keep your space llamas to yourself, man. Baby Space Jesus didn't come down here for space llamas to come down here. Space llamas. Mama dama ding dang, man. Mama dama ding dang, man. Alright, so we're gonna give him some fucking teeth. Mama dama ding dong. Mama dama ding dong. My llama's got a ding dong. Dude, llama dama ding dong. Dude, did you not see Llamageddon? No, I saw that you did it. And I was like, oh no, I gotta go see this thing now, damn it. And but I did not see it yet. Dude, I'm way behind. I've been busy trying to get some stuff together and do some things. So unfortunately, I've been a little bit off on absolutely everything. So, unfortunately, my movie watching and getting all my reviews and stuff up to speed has been one of the things I've had to put on the back burner, which sucks because, again, if you can see it back there, those are all my movies to review here soon. Actually, let me see here. Yeah, pretty much all those are to be reviewed. And I got about probably a total of, I don't know, 60 of them stacked up there at a time. So, you know, I usually have about 60 at a time stacked up right there. And I'm like, I'll review these. Whee! And then, you know, I get more and more in. And I'm like, all right, I'll review all these. And da-da-da-da-da. And then I slack. Eventually I get to them. And then the edit, the film sits in my edit folder for a year while I don't do anything with it. And then eventually it gets edited. And then released like way late where nobody even gives a shit about the movie anymore. That's what makes it funny. There we go. See, it's a nice little teeth. I don't even really can't see it too well, but yeah, it's a nice little teeth. Well, don't get slimed by space llama. Yeah, no, that looked funny. But they actually had a real llama, so I got to give them props on that from the commercial, the trailer I saw. They actually had a real llama for it. I'm all right. Okay, I give them props because Zombies. I believe it was Zombies because I know they have Zombies 1. They have Zombies 2 now. And I think it was Zombies because I've got a couple of animal zombie films upstairs in my collection that, wow, are rough. And I believe Zombies was one of them. Was the one I'm thinking of where it's digital. All the animals are digital and they're just, wow. I'm like, woof. Bro, that's woof. That's rough. Now, I'm not very good, mind you now, at painting icicles. I don't really know how to paint icicles. Maybe I should look into that. But again, I'm not really too worried about this being the most spectacular or anything like that. So I'm just going to kind of highlight a little bit up in here on these little guys, just a tiny bit right now. You can't even see it from your position, trust me. But I'm just going to kind of bring a little highlight on the back sides of them, like maybe there's a shine to them. Oh yeah, yeah, that's looking nice. We're talking. This would be toothpick paintbrush style shit right here if I possibly could. But I'm just putting a little bit of a I fucked that one up. Doesn't matter. All right. A little bit of a shine on the back so they kind of have a difference. The problem with brushes is that sometimes they don't do what you tell them to do. And sometimes they get this one fucking hair that you cannot fucking get rid of. It just fucks everything up because it's out of sync with the rest of them. You know? So you put the paint on there and everything's good and lined up except for that one little fucking strand. And it leaves behind a trail and you just want to punch yourself in the dick. Yeah, that's decent enough for now. Oh no, Zombievers is fucking fantastic. They did such a phenomenally good job with Zombievers. And I meant to do a review of that years ago when I first watched it. I love that film with a goddamn passion. I mean, it was perfect. Perfectly good film. I mean, it had titties, which everybody loves titties, let's be honest. Oh, I'm sorry. Politically correct these days. Hashtag chest appendages that either male or female can have, depending on what you choose that day. I am woke. Hashtag, I don't know how you say it now, guys, but boobies. Anyway, it had a great amount of boobies for a horror film, which you kind of have to have according to horror movie production 101. But they did a good job with it. And the horror was well balanced with the humor. The effects were practical and looked great for the most part. They all looked fantastic. They did a good job with Zombievers. Zombievers is one of my favorite zombie movies ever. And just it's up there with, like, you know, Shaun of the Dead in sense of well-balanced film. Shaun of the Dead was probably one of the most well-balanced films in its application of horror, comedy, quality, delivery, pacing, all of it together. Shaun of the Dead was probably one of the most perfect films put together, period. From the editing, the stylization, all of it. Cinematography, directing, acting. That film, hands down, is probably one of the best movies ever made. Just going off of just everything, you know. The way they had it balanced out was phenomenally well done. The whole thing was the most balanced film I've ever seen. Zombievers, very well balanced film. You know, and I'm not saying every film has to have comedy or every film has to have this or that. I mean, you know, you have like 28 Days Later, which was a phenomenally well balanced film also, from its suspense to its, you know, its overall pacing to the horror elements. You know, it had a great up and down roller coaster ride for you on 28 Days Later that really kept you engaged and entertained and rolling. Didn't have comedy, but it got the point across. It was one of the most well-balanced films in strict horror. So I guess I should say in horror comedy combination, Shaun of the Dead is at the top of the list. And a lot of people would argue and say that, like, Evil Dead 2 or Evil Dead was 1 too. Wrong. They just do that because of nostalgia. Evil Dead 2 and Evil Dead were amateur at best. Fact. Great films, pioneered a lot of things, and set people's careers in motion. Abso-fucking-lutely. You know, I've met Bruce Campbell before. My daughter has met Bruce Campbell. But I'm saying a lot of people have met Bruce Campbell. But I'm saying, like, yes, they were great, but the overall balance was not complete. but really fucking well done. Shaun of the Dead fine-tuned everything a lot better. That's all I'm saying. I'm not knocking it, so please don't nobody come after me sideways being like, Evil Dead was the best movie ever. You're a fucking idiot. And I'll be like, no. I'm looking at this from all perspectives. You know, I'm looking at it from a great scale of different things and elements that I'm putting into play here, not just Bruce Campbell is in it, so it's the best movie ever. I mean, that was a student film, basically. And then they did revise it. The new show, The Evil Dead, you know, Ash vs. Evil Dead, phenomenal. They had the production value behind it, things like that, which definitely raised that up a huge notch. Seasons 1 through 3 was fantastic. Yeah, they had problems with 3 where they were they had to change some stuff, but I mean, it was a great show. See, there we go. That's stupid. That's kind of dumb. Anyway, but yeah. So Zombieber is fantastic. There's a lot of animal, actually, like Black Sheep. If you haven't seen Black Sheep, it's a oh God, where did it come from? Like not Irish. I don't think it was an Irish. It was like Scotland or, you know, like something over there. But it's not it either. It's like not Swedish. It's from over there. But Black Sheep, great zombie sheep zombie movie. Oh, hey, looking kick ass, my friend. Oh, thanks. I just started my evil snowman part to it. New Zealand. That's where I was trying to think of. Yeah. Black Sheep was a New Zealand zombie sheep film, and that one was awesome too. It, however, I felt slow paced in parts. That kind of was like, okay. So I think they could have paced it out a little bit better, but otherwise they did a good job of that one. And buddy, Sandy there, Mr. Sandy Horselegs. Thank you, but it's far from done. I've got a lot of detailing to actually do and things like that. So here in couple 3 days, I'm hoping it actually looks good, like detailed better, and actually, you know, like I'm starting to actually put this stuff together because I was trying to keep it a surprise for a minute and be like, oh, I'm making like a pretty thing, oh, and everybody'd be like, oh, that's really out of character for you, you horror loving son of a bitch, and then I'd be like, oh, surprise, evil snowman, oh. But it's not really a surprise. Let's be honest, nobody was surprised. Everybody knew it was coming here. It was going to be here. We know, but here we are, and not too shabby so far. I'm all right with this. Fuck, I turned that heater up way too much. Jesus, I'm gonna start sweating like a nutsack, like a wrinkly bald nutsack. It's ridiculous. But no. Yes, they have a lot of horror movies, zombie movies based off of, you know, like the Jurassic Dead, and I'm surprised it's not dripping blood out of its mouth. See, why would it be though? It has not eaten the kid yet. I thought about that. Now, if it would have blood dripping out of its mouth, and if it would have been already horror-y, like, I'm scary, the kid wouldn't be right there making it and working on it. See, I thought about this. This is how they get you, bro. They don't let you know they're coming. They're all like, see, at first he wasn't like that. Snowman was all like, I'm just like a regular snowman here with my mittens. See? And then he jumps out when that kid's like, oh, I'm just going to work on my snowman. That's why I considered putting the magical hat on him, just to kind of be like, you know, go off that trope of the old cartoon. But I hate the hat. I hate the hat look. You know, I just wanted a bald snowman. Originally, I thought about giving him like icicle, fucking spiky, weird, thorny things. Like this guy here, I think I'm going to do like when I'm done, I'm going to try this. Not when I'm done, before I'm done. But I think I'm going to try, because this will be his back, and you'll see kind of like, I don't know. Fuck, I fucked this one up. You're not really going to see shit. You're gonna see like his stick hands and stuff. I thought about giving him like an ice spine and maybe some spine rib things to kind of give him more of like a weird, like something's fucking wrong with him look. That's what I was thinking about with him. And maybe some kind of mutant snowman thing going on. And then I got the other one that's going to be crawling from over here. Now this one's going to be the bloody one. And originally I was going to have a house, like a whole house here, and like the front door would be open, and he's going to be kind of like crawling towards you a little bit. But I realized early on with the size of the kid and such that it would be, you wouldn't, either he'd be too far away and I have to blur it all out and you really wouldn't be able to see it much, or, you know, it wouldn't come through. So I'm going to just leave that as like a little shed kind of thing out there. I'm going to make it look really shitty here in a few, like boards and shit, and maybe something over here with like a tarp on it or something. I don't know. And then just have the other snow monster crawling this way. So that way you know there's like a house somewhere within the vicinity. Makes sense. Makes sense. And that's if I don't drown from my armpit swimming pools. Fuck, I wish somebody would come downstairs and go turn off the heater for me. All right, hang on. I'll be right back. I got to go turn off my heater. It's ridiculous. My central heating bullshit. Oh, cranked it up. Calm down with yourself. Shit, bro. Oh, my God. Okay, there we go. Back to my creative space. I really got to clean up my room, too. This is, it's gotten redonkulous. I just keep getting stuff and making it a bigger mess. And, so many things. Hello? Come in? I'm kidding, it's the dogs up there. If somebody would have been knocking, these dogs would have went ape shit and nuts. All right. So overall looking all right. Not even close to starting on my my bullshit. So let's go ahead and add a little bit of shadow stuff to him. Like around the bucket arm. Because we know it's going to squish in there, you know. And then we're going to have to kind of remember that it's got like a, I'm going to have to wet that down. You know. Bloop, blip, blop, bloop, eat some soup. You know, I don't know why I keep saying that. It's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard and said. But god damn it, I keep saying it for some stupid fucking reason. It's like some Oompa Loompa shit. You know? I'm surprised that the PC head people aren't going after Oompa Loompa shit. Like, how you get away with that shit? They're like demonetized. I'm just kidding. I'll check on you later. I have a Zoom interview about to begin. Oh, well, good luck, bro. And you too, man. But we'll talk about midgets later. And so what I'm doing here is I just add a little bit of water to a little bit of that and bring it in. This is just helping to bring in that paint a little. Now, is this going to really dry well? Nah, probably not. It'll look like shit. Back and forth and back and forth, back and forth, and fuck. That's how my life is. But that's all right. It'll be fine, dude. We'll get this done. Oh, we will get this done, my friends. We will get it done in a butthole. That doesn't even make sense to say. You know, my brain's starting to just say weird, random, perverted, fucked up shit. I'm sorry. It does that a lot. It does not honestly make sense most of the time, the shit I say around here. My family thinks, or my mom thinks I might have Tourette's for real. My son really does have Tourette's, and they kind of question maybe I've got Tourette's because it can be genetically passed down. So if my son has Tourette's, where do you get it from? Because his mom does not have Tourette's. But I do randomly say stuff loud, which that's not what Tourette's is. Tourette's is the tics and the things like that. Tourette's aren't. Almost every time I go to this one dude's house, his wife takes a picture of me and his dog. Is that weird? Is that weird? Weird. It is weird. You should be careful about that because you're going to end up in a newspaper one day because you're missing. And the only picture that's going to be is of you with some random dude's dog. They'll be like, last known picture of Richard was this dog. And this random people's dog. They're going to be like, Huh. Would you look at that? That's weird. Why is he always taking pictures of their dog? They'll be like, we don't know. He always made us take pictures of him with our dog. We swear that's what happened. And you're going to be in their basement with their dog. So yeah, bro, you might want to not go over there anymore. I'm just saying. Or if you do, make sure people know where you're at all times. It's really important. It's a really important rule of life, dude. Just make sure people know where you're at. I think my daughter is up. I hear yes. Apparently, oh my God, Jules just said hello. Good morning. Anyway, so now I'm going to put a little bit of blue around the nose, a little bit of blue around the eyes, a little bit of blue around the other eye. We'll have to bring the black back out in a minute. But you can't even see that shit on there. But I got to put the blue around it so you know that it's been squished in. You know, like fucking tiny. Other problem with tiny brushes is they don't retain enough paint to do much at a time. So you're constantly like, dip and redip. I dip, you dip, we dip. Kind of shit. You can't really see it on there at all. Same thing around here, though. Got to put a little bit of paint just so you know there's a shadow. And I will actually do these bigger, but I'm going to come back around to some other stuff here shortly and take care of that much better. Oops, whatever. I'll get the brown back on that. Put a little brown on Brown Town. I need to make that shed look like a shed so I can start getting it fucked up too. Then I'm going to come back at some point in the near future. I'm almost to the point where I want to start actually detailing things, which is good. Okay. Yep, my youngest is up. We got to do some extra homework today because she skipped the past couple of days. We've been slacking a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Let's add a little black to the brown. So we can put some boards and shit in there. Oh, I got some black. Oh, no, I didn't put it brown.
Where's Nana?
At Frida's.
Where did she go?
Yesterday.
Nana sleeping?
Yeah, I guess so.
Ow!
Anyway, I am live. I am live. What up? You're gonna take your meds here in a few. Can I help you? Hello? All right then. So, now I'm gonna put a little more brown in there. My brown oxide. Put a little brown over here.
Dad.
What? What? I love you too, sweetie. Kids are goofy. Do. Making some darker brown. I'm sure watching me isn't the most exciting of things, everybody. I'm sorry, but you know, I don't know. I usually chat it up about a bunch of important shit. Today hasn't really been much of nothing, just bullshit. You know, general this, that, and jibby jab. Wish I had a toothpick right now. That'd be great. Everybody stole my fucking toothpicks. So I had a toothpick, it'd make it easier to just line that down. Oh, you know, that might work. It might be thin enough. Now, originally I was going to make this like a log cabin, I thought, because at first, when I very first started, like, yeah, I'll make it a log cabin later, and that way it'll be like a cabin in the background distance. And now I'm like, nah, fuck it, it'll just be like a shed. So what I think I'll do is just make it an old wooden shitty shed. But now I got to remember how sheds look. Okay, you know, I swear, and that's my foot. I'm not shitting my pants. Listen. I swear I'm a people, okay? I live in people world. But I just don't remember how anything looks. Like, it's like I don't live outside or something. I wake up, I'm here, and then I close my eyes, and all of a sudden, the world's gone. Sheds look like this. And you know, it's a straight on shot too, which doesn't make any fucking sense in reality, because in reality, nothing's a straight on shot. Everything's at an angle. Your brain doesn't register. I mean, you see things, but for some weird ass reason, nothing's ever like straight on. You're always at an angle. You're always seeing things from different perspectives. So when you paint things, why the fuck do you always put like side, front? That's like it. It's weird. It's weird when you think about it. You never really draw things from an angled perspective. Well, you do. I do. Everybody does, but they don't. So many times buildings are just front, side, or cars, front, side. It's weird. I've always wondered about that. Like, is that just like a psychological thing that we're not, like, why? Where at in our childhood do we go, oh, hey, look at that. Let me just like, oh, you know. Like, where in your childhood? You didn't even see that line, but there's a line there now. There's a line there. There's a line there. Then we're gonna make like a line here, as if there's something back there. We're gonna kind of shadow in that a little bit back in there, like maybe there's something back that way, inside or up there. See, like that, like, huh? Yeah, okay. You can't really see that for shit. So, let me think here. How do sheds look, man? Like, okay, I don't want to make it like a standard, like, here's a door. Like, maybe barn doors on it? Maybe I should put barn doors on it. My garage has barn doors on it. I kind of remember what my garage looks like from now. Okay, so I'm gonna put like overall, I'm gonna put like some I guess some kind of shadowing in it over here with the tree, because the tree obviously is gonna put some shadow on it, but I'll get to that more later. But man, like, doesn't they have like, oh man, you really should look it up then. No, I don't look shit up, man. That just destroys the magic. The magic of looking back going, oh, I totally didn't do that right. That's whoops, my bad. And people go, wow, that's a terrible looking shed. And you go, I know, right? I meant to do that. It's an artistical expression of what I believe sheds should look like. Artist. Yep. That's the key important thing, bro. Making sure people think you're an artist and like you know what you're doing. Total bullshit. All of it. When artists tell you that they know what they're doing, they're fucking lying to you. Every goddamn one of them. All those fancy artists from back in the day that are all like, this is blah, blah, blah. Tell them to shut the fuck. No, fuck you. You just lucked out doing something and it looked cool and you're like, oh, yeah, I meant to do that. That's what I was shooting for that. No, you fucking weren't. Shut the fuck up. You got lucky. Paint does whatever the fuck it wants. Paint hates you. That's what I've learned. Paint hates you from the beginning. Paint wants you to fail. Paint calls my mother bad names. It does all the time. And I'm like, Paint, why are you so mean to me? And it's like, fuck you, man. And I'm all, Jesus, man, I didn't do nothing to you. Paint just hates people. That's how it works, dude. It's fucking weird. I don't know what Paint's problem is. Paint needs to calm the fuck down. Facts. Paint needs to calm down. Now, you can't really see this too well, but I'm putting the lines across it somewhat. I'm going to lighten them up here in a minute and give them a little bit more texture and blah, blah, blah. Hopefully it works and looks good. Paint sounds like your brother. Maybe it is. Maybe your brother's name's Paint. I don't know. But I thought I heard an alarm going off. I think it was a car alarm from my neighbors. And, all right. So, I'm going to put like a couple of double doors here. Wow, Paint. You did such a great job there. Thank you for staying on my brush long enough to do a fucking door. Looks like a big brown butt crack. Looks like mine. Now you just add a lot of hair on that. Boom. My butt crack. Instant butt crack. So far, okay. Looks like there's some lines on it. Give or take, it seems all right and decent enough. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use the dark brown to kind of give me a little bit of a location to handles, which I will change up shortly into actual handles, but at least I'll have something for shadow purposes. I hope. I'm just going here. I don't know, people. And then hinges. That's a terribly fat hinge. Whatever, fuck you, you pieces of garbage. That hinge is way the fuck off. All right, I don't care. I'll pull down my underwear. We'll just do this. Well, like it had to be there at one point. All right, anyway. Decent enough. Now, what does my garage? Oh, yeah. Looks like this. Hang on a second. Watch this. My garage door looks like it was built like shit with some extra boards. So I'm going to kind of do that. Only I'm not really worried about how deep the coloration goes because I'm hoping here in a minute when I do this that maybe it'll all get covered up a little bit better. All right, looking more decent-ish back there. Keep in mind, I'm doing this so I can put my other little snowman there and I can start just actually detailing all of it. And actually, you know what? I could detail their pants a little bit. Oh, fuck. I fucked that up. Look at that. Come on, just detail her pants. Fucking idiot. Jesus, Las Vegas. Jesus, Las Vegas. Why the fuck did I fucking do that? I fucked up really fucking bad. Oh my God, why? Why do I do this to myself, people? Every fucking time, I swear. It's just like, you know, just terrible habits. I think, oh, I got this. Watch the there. Now, if nothing else, it'll just fucking dry like garbage. You know, nobody should ever pay attention to me and think, oh, hey, he knows what he's doing. No time in my life do I ever say I know what I'm doing. Watch this. I know what I'm doing. Every time, even on professional jobs, professional shoots, for film, professional shoots, or professional anything I've done with effects, you know, anything. I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And people are like, ha 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 ha, like I'm joking. I'm on, I have no clue what I'm doing. Magically, I make some awesome fake guts, and they're like, that looks good, dude. I'm like, oh, thanks. Or, you know, whatever other things I do, and they're like, oh, man, that looks great. I'm like, thanks. My wife still goes, I don't know how you luck out at everything like you do. I don't know. I just kind of do. Just kind of do. I have the world's shittiest luck in general, but for some weird reason, you know, like, I don't really remember how my doors look on my garage either. You know, it's weird because of my OCD. Yes, I legitimately have OCD. It affects me in different ways, and no, it's not like they make it out in the movies. It affects different people different ways. Everybody has I guess an OCD trigger, you'd call it. Some people check doorknobs. I'm not a doorknobber, which is nice because I think that'd drive me nuts. But thanks to my OCD, I count things a lot. I literally know how many times people go to the bathroom, how many times they touch something, how many times they, you know, wash their hands, how many times, just, that's what I do. It's very frustrating in life. But it's funny, I can remember, no joke, my wife and I went out yesterday, or the day before, and we go to this place. We've only been there a few times, a handful of times, and literally, it's funny because when we went in, we sat in a new place, and I said, this is the first time we've ever sat at this position. And she goes, no, we sat here once before, but that one thing, the wine rack had never been there before. I'm like, no, you're wrong. I was like, you're thinking of that place. We sat there before. We've sat over there twice, and we've sat there once. This is the first time we've ever sat here. And she's like, oh, you're right. I'm like, yes, I know. Because my brain memorizes that shit, like every time, like exactly where we sit every single time. And it doesn't matter if it's been like 10 years. I remember, my OCD forces me to say, we've sat in this pillow, at this table X amount of times. We've sat at this position X amount of times. We've sat at this table X amount of times in any place we've ever eaten. Which is neat, but also annoying. And my wife and I argue about some stupid shit, like some stupid shit. But she never argues me about that. Like, she never argues me about those things because she knows I know exactly where we sit. So when that shit comes to, she's never like, no, husband, you're wrong. No, she's like, okay, yeah, you know what you're talking about because this is what your brain does. It's crazy. It never lets you sleep on that shit. And God, I hate it. I mean, I don't hate it. It's not information that will ever do me any fucking good. Like, how many times did you sit in a seat at McDonald's? Well, we sat at that booth 37 times in the past 12 years. Like, oh, ding, 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 you got it right. You win $1 million. That'd be fucking nice. But no, it doesn't work that way. Let's get a little tan. Or khaki. My tan is probably right there. Okay, I'm going to call it good here in a few, but I did not get as far as I wanted to. I never do. But at least now you know where I'm going to go with this, but everybody did. Everybody knew. No surprise there. My heater is still kicked on and blasting. Dude, shut the fuck up. We don't have central air, and we only have central heat downstairs because our central heat and air units are fucked. When we bought the house was fucked. We got it super cheap because it was a fixer-upper, and I mean a fixer-upper. Had to put in floors, had to put in a ceiling, had to put in walls. I had to rebuild the studs that went from downstairs to upstairs on an entire part because the ceiling had caved in and the water damage had destroyed the entire side of the house. Tore out an entire bathroom into literally a hole in the ground. Had to have plumbing redone and put in a new bathtub, new sink, new toilet, new floor, new walls. Still haven't got the ceiling up, which I think is fine because you can actually get to stuff if you need to. New plumbing piping and everything, which is the PEX pipe. Like the house was took about 1.5 years, almost 2 maybe, to make it livable. And I don't remember where I'm going with the story. I don't remember where I was going with that story, but you're welcome for me bragging about building a house. Oh, but the central heat and air stuff we could never fix and get to. It was just fucked when we got to it. So we've lived off air conditioners in the windows and stuff like that, like so many people do, which is nothing wrong with that. But oh, come on, just do a little bit. But with the air conditioner or the heater, we do have central heat, which is nice, but it gets confused sometimes because it's trying to do enough to go upstairs, which we have heaters upstairs. But it's trying to do enough to go upstairs too, I think, to compensate. So it like furnaces you down here, and you're like, it's like a goddamn, desert. And then you go upstairs, and it's like, oh, it's chilly up here, and but you don't want the heaters blasting up there because if they blast up there to get you warm up there, you have no escape. You can go up to the kids' room up at the top in the attic, where we keep all the children. But then they escape. And you're like, no, we can't let them escape. Put them back in the freezing cold attic. Lock the doors, hurry. And I'm just kidding. I have to say that legally. And one day, I swear to God, DHS is going to come knocking at my door. I'm waiting for it, though. It'll be funny. My son and I already have a funny little plan ready for him. So we're waiting for it. But as far as it goes, DHS, Department of Human Services, by the way, here where I live. Not department or not Homeland Security people or nothing like that. But as far as it goes, yeah, their room's at the top. Not all the kids, but we have like a finished attic. Half the attic was finished, and the other half has got like another heater. I guess we don't know what it is. We've never figured out what in the hell it is. We think it's a heater because the air conditioners both are outside on the ground. And again, they don't work. They're just big lumps of crap. But there's this other big metal contraption thing in that side of the attic that looks like a heater, but we have no way of figuring out what the fuck it really is. So we're like, okay, whatever. I think I needed to lighten this up a lot more. Did I paint this with khaki? Or tan? I think I might have now. I don't think I did. I just wanted to highlight it a little bit right now So far, it's coming out decent before I start putting like wood grain into it, which is going to be really hard at that distance. And even though I shouldn't, because it's not, it should be more in the background. When I start putting the snowy layer of stuff over it to get that background kind of more blurred out, because I'm going to put a defined snowbank here. And then I'm going to fog that all kind of in and out with like snowiness coming down. I'm going to splatter snow here so it looks like snow's still kind of coming down. But that's later. I'm just wanting to make sure people know that I'm not an idiot. More than I am. But I'm pretty sure this is not. I don't know. I think I did you in khaki, bro. I think I'm an idiot. And I think I'm just kind of going over this with stuff that I've already gone over it with, but painting's weird. I'm not very good at it. Overall, I'm not very good at it. Painting is not my original medium at all. Drawing is. Drawing with fucking pen, paper, all that kind of stuff. That is where my strong suit lies. But painting has been something that's always been very relaxing to me, very meaningful and purposeful interiorly speaking, you know, gets out a lot of emotions and things like that. So it's always been one of those things I think is a valid thing to do. It's relaxing. It's not relaxing at all. It makes you angry and upset, frustrated, fucking annoyed. Let me just take a little bit of this. Oh, gross. It's got a skin on it already. Take some of that white. Put that over here with macaca. Macaca. Mix that together. Make a lighter mocha. I'm just making up words now because I think they make sense. And then I'm going to put a little bit more to that. Okay, yeah, that's looking a little lighter. That should be better. I don't want it like too light, but I want it light enough you can tell a fucking difference, bruh. Yeah, maybe a little bit lighter. Might even get into some deep ass conversations about like, oh, aliens are officially a thing. That's weird. They've announced that. I know they announced a while back that we had officially had alien contact, but they kept that from us. And it's funny because now they, a guy has come out from the, what was it, not Pakistani government. Well, fucking what government? The one government anyway. And he's like, hey, I have nothing left to lose. So I'm going to just be honest with everybody. There's aliens. We've been in contact with them for a long time. The U.S. government knows about it. You know, they made a pact with them, and we're doing all this shit. And I think that's interesting because nobody gives a fuck. Literally, everybody's like, and it's like, I mean, that's pretty much how I felt everybody would react to it if that ever came to light. Would be, so what? Like, we didn't fucking know that already. Like, how arrogant of a species are we? Christian, agnostic, Satanist abound. Whatever you want to be. Israel, thank you. The Israel government, yeah, that guy that popped up and was like, hey, this is what happened. I ain't got nothing left to lose. Here's the facts. Aliens are real. We've been in contact with them. We've conversated with them about this shit. You know, they just don't think we're ready yet to have their existence in our lives, and we're wanting to work together to figure out the fabrics of the universe. You know, because they're curious. But the thing about it is God damn it. Okay. But the thing about it is nobody gives a shit. Everybody knew it. Everybody was not surprised. Nobody was like, oh my God, aliens. Oh, it's the end of the world. No, we're all like, yeah, whatever. Cool, bro. Cool story, bro. You know, if this was in the 1950s, people would have panicked. Orgy Wells. His stuff would have been like, it's the war of the worlds, and everybody like, ah, for real. But now we're like, the world's not ready for him. The world doesn't give a shit. We're too busy beating each other up because we're different colors. God knows, imagine when aliens show the fuck up. Racism ain't going to be the thing anymore. Now it's going to be alienism. And that ain't no lie. Racism will be put aside. It won't be the new trend to jump on board with this social media shit, or transphobia won't be the new trend, or hashtag trans power, or any of this stuff. None of that will be the new trend. Then it'll be all about alienism. That'll be the new trend, you know? And everybody will jump on board with that one. And it'll be crazy shit. Absolute insanity that comes from all that. I'm looking forward to it. And my curiosity is, I mean, obviously, if the aliens wanted to fucking blast us, they probably would have already done it. They probably would have already gotten involved and been like, fuck these people, let's blast them. So either the governments are lying to them hardcore, which is what I'm afraid of. You know, that's my assumption, is the governments are like, yes, aliens, listen to us. We're the ones in control, and the humans listen to us, and we're the good guys, and da-da-da-da-da. And the aliens are going to be fucked. Because they're going to get down here, and they're going to be like, we are listening to your governmental leaders. Good job there, aliens. You're not the smartest in the universe, are you? Maybe we should have gotten some smarter ambassadors from across the universe to come here first. Like, yeah. So then you're going to have all the redneck crazies. Not just redneck crazies, but everybody is going to freak out when the aliens first try to integrate into our world. And, yeah. Hey, John, how's it going? Plants. So anyway, yeah, so if that happens, I'm really interested to see how human beings will react overall to that whole issue. Like, where are we going to be like? I don't know. It'll be interesting just to see how crazy it does get. Because again, racism won't be a thing, sexism won't be a thing. It'll be all out of the media. At that point there, it'll be people going insane about aliens. And the aliens, man, they will not know what to do with us. Like, come on. What are they going to do? If they listen to our government, they're already fucking up. Like, seriously fucking up. But then if they come down and just listen to us at random, if they watch our social media, they're fucking up. Like, how are they supposed to learn a non-biased, legitimate understanding of the human existence if they watch social media? Because that is biased as fuck. Bought out by the left or the right. I don't even know which one does what or which one believes in what. But I know the left is like, I hate the right. And the right's like, I hate the left. And then, like, everybody in between is just like, why can't you guys just fucking get along? We all really do get along. Just the handful of crazies here, the handful of crazies there that just scream at each other. You're all fucking stupid. Quit. But they don't. And so if, like, the aliens pay attention to that shit, we're all fucked. Because the aliens are going to get a really hard misrepresentation of the human existence. You know? And then what are we supposed to do? Try to tell them otherwise? Like, when the aliens actually pay attention and be like, hey, we should talk to some people. Not just listen to this magical talkie box. You know? Or are they already smart enough to know better? Not if they're listening to the government. Fuck. It's a hard thought, man. Like, how would aliens even perceive us? Because you got to honestly think about it from a non-human reality perspective. Wherever they come from, right, may not exist anywhere remotely close to what we believe or understand reality to be. They might be in a place where reality like ours doesn't exist. You know? Like perhaps they do not breathe oxygen. Perhaps they don't breathe at all. Perhaps they're made of pure energy. Perhaps a million fucking things different. And that's all possibilities. And we wouldn't understand. We wouldn't be able to comprehend quite a bit. And that may be their thing too, where they wouldn't comprehend, well, how do these beings live where they physically are existing? Like, how do they have these physical bodies? That's weird. How would they do that? Because they wouldn't understand. Like we wouldn't understand. We would not be able to wrap our heads around how they don't have a physical body. Well, how do they eat? How do they poop? How do they mate? Of course, we're going to wonder how they mate. First fucking thing anybody's going to do is, can I fuck it? Hey, you aliens, can I fuck one of you? Which one's the girl? Which one's the boy? Well, these days, it doesn't matter. But, I mean, you know, they're going to be like, how does that work? And the alien sexual relations, like with each other, might even put this new trans movement to shame, where the aliens might bring a new concept to creation of babies or sexuality, or we have no fucking idea. That's the thing. So it might turn our world literally upside down on its head, where everybody just doesn't understand shit anymore. You don't know. You don't know. You know, it's a possibility. And that's the cool and scary part to all of it, is we might be subjected to a whole new realm of understanding. And damn, that's neat. But it's also scary. And that's why they're like, oh, humans aren't ready for us yet. And, you know, I've always been like, oh, you know, how arrogant of the human existence to believe that, again, like I was starting to say earlier, that's what I was saying earlier, was Satanists, Christians, agnostics. I think agnostics are the ones that don't believe anything, right? Alike, you know, people alike, whatever. The thing about it is I fucking forgot the thought again, and I'm in the middle of it. Fucking hang on. Fuck. What the fuck thought is? It's like as soon as I get it, it's gone. Like it's not supposed to be said out loud or something. It's not even that goddamn impressive, I don't think. It's not like some magical fucking, it's going to cure cancer goddamn thought. Maybe it is. I don't know. I can't remember it. Oh my shit balls. Okay, so it doesn't matter what you believe in. It doesn't matter what you believe in. I won't remember it anyway. You're welcome. Life words to live by from me. Yay. Fucking idiot. So anyway, here's the point. Aliens are alive and are real, and they're running around, and we're all like probably going to end up being cattle. Whoop-diddly-doo. It's going to be funny because then all the vegans will be like, we told you so. Take us, aliens. Take us so we can prove a point. It ain't going to prove a fucking point. Shut up, vegans. Go eat your fucking zucchini in your butthole or whatever you do with that shit. You know, I'm going to eat me a fucking alien if it tries to eat me first. That's how that's going to work. If they're made out of pure energy, then I'll absorb it through my butthole. I think that's a new thing where they just spread their legs and the sun fuels your butthole, recharging your butthole battery. It's a thing. Anyway, so, you know, if that happens, cool. If it doesn't happen, whatever. But the aliens, I hope some show up before I die, because that would be nice to actually interact with them. And, you know, maybe I could talk my wife into a three-way with an alien. I'm just saying. I mean, you know, I never thought about any kind of weird shit. I'm like, you know, I love my wife more than anything, and you know, she's awesome, and she's like gets along, and we're like the greatest thing ever together. And but aliens, come on, wife. I mean, I'm just saying, man. How, you know, there's an alien. We should give that a shot, just so we can say we did that. That's crazy talk. Crazy talk. Just saying. So anyway, off the weird subject of banging aliens, which everybody's going to be thinking that, so shut up. Nobody. Hashtag 2020, you can't judge me. You can't. But man, it would be cool if they did show up. But I'm pretty sure that after they showed up and they figured out we're fucking morons, they're going to be like, wow, we should probably just go ahead and use them as cattle. Yeah, probably. Some good old Bad Taste from back in the day. If you never saw that movie, dude, which I know you have, you should watch it. From Lord of the Rings, oh, how he has come a long way from Bad Taste. Directing it and starring in it. Well, he didn't star in it, I guess. He was one of the main characters though, running around with his brains falling out. Anyway. And hey, Katie, what's up? But, all right, get on the PlayStation. But, I'm going to go ahead and call it good. My wife will be here in a short few. But my opinion is that, you know, he's coming out. They're coming out all right. Coming out pretty decent. Definitely you can see where it's going now. And it's not too shabby. The shed's starting to come together a little bit. Now I'm going to have to actually detail it out, which is fine. And then I'm starting to bring the trees out a little bit better. The trunks, I just kind of threw some little more shit on there to give them a little more color, and I'm going to detail that out better. Tomorrow, I will probably go ahead and do all the detailing from the background. Start heavily on him. Maybe. It takes me 2 fucking hours to do one little thing. But probably, I don't know, I'm liking it. It's going well. It's doing all right. It's doing all right. What do you think? You think it looks all right? Think it'll come out good? So far, it ain't too shabby, right? Still looks like a goddamn 5th grader did it, but I'm not far from a 5th grader. No. Oh, gee, look at the fat crab head, man. Look at that. What the fuck is that shit all about? You just stuck some crab legs out the side of my head? Anyway, enough being weird making faces because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I guess I'll say goodbye to everybody. And tomorrow, maybe we'll talk about aliens some more. What the fuck kind of... Where am I going with this shit anymore? I talk about mental health, and then I talk about political, you know, modern social media stuff being PC correct. And then I'm like, aliens. Am I sure I don't just drop a lot of acid or something or smoke a lot of weed before I fucking do these things? I don't do drugs, people. I swear I don't. Although, you know, when you listen to half this shit, if I made a compilation, I'm sure it would sound like, whoa, man, aliens. And, oh, do you ever think about, whoa, bro? And, you know, thank you guys for tuning in and watching. I'm sorry I'm an idiot. So just think about sexy aliens. Okay.